Was one of the first into stride. Showing speed was Arnside over on the inside. Stylish Lasses spearing forward, and Momentum was up there as well. And they were followed by Blue Wiener deeper out on the track. Chairman's Choice is up to about sixth on the inside of Gironde, and then came Filming. Out a little bit wider was Lavendiers from Malou and Private Star. More than 2 lengths away, Quivira from Dream A Lot. Awesome Ruler beaten for pace is 4 lengths away last. It's Violet Tints just with its head in front of another filly, Stylish Lass, at the 700. 1.5 lengths to Blue Wiener. Lavendiers 3 wide, Arnside over on the rails, and then Momentum from Gironde and Filming. Next the inside, Chairman's Choice from Malou, about 5 lengths off the lead. Next Private Star, Dream A Lot railing, and then Quivira ridden along, and 4 lengths to Awesome Ruler. 400 metres left to travel. Out wide, Blue Wiener hit the lead from Violet Tints. Lavendiers under pressure, so is Stylish Lass. Next is Momentum. Arnside held up from Chairman's Choice and Filming, but Blue Wiener went for home for Matt Pumper turning. Momentum's into the clear, then came Lavendiers. Malou down the outside running on. Blue Wiener in front, Momentum tackles it. Here's Malou out wide. Chairman's Choice rocketing home, but it's Malou out deep on the track hitting the lead, and Malou loves the track, and Malou got up and won it from either Blue Wiener or Chairman's Choice. Momentum had its chance, and then came Dream A Lot. Next in would have been Private Star. Gironde was over on the rails. Violent Tints knocked up, then came Arnside. Filming was about midfield from Lavendiers, Awesome Ruler, Stylish Lass and Quivira. Time 1:13.2. Loves the track, Malou. Quickly developing an affinity with this circuit, that's for sure. It's photo for the minors. Chairman's Choice getting up on the inside with the Blue Wiener. And 4 gets second, Chairman's Choice. Blue Wiener third. 6, 4 and 3. And the time 1:13.2. Malou's had 4 starts at Moonee Valley for 2 wins, 2 placings. Ridden by Linda Meach. Coming around the field, but was very strong. 4th in number 9, Momentum. Looked like it had just that, turning for home, but the last 100 metres saw it out. Number 9 has run 4th, and Gironde, who was closer to the rails, ending up in 5th spot. Number 10. 6, 4, 3 are the numbers. Malou's had 12 starts for 3 wins now, trained by Terry O'Sullivan. Went up to the 1400 at Caulfield, but was never really a factor last week, but down in weight and back to its obviously favourite track. It is revelled under the conditions today and drew away. $5.30 and $2 Malou. 4 Chairman's Choice, $2.70, ridden by Jade DeRose. And Blue Wiener, Matt Pumper, third, $3.30 after hitting the lead from a wide draw. But Malou was too good, drew right away. So that's the third at Moonee Valley. The placings are 6, 4 and 3.
Right, Danny, the lady riders Quinella the race. Linda Meach.
1200 the distance. Shea Spice drawn the outside stall. Damien Oliver aboard. Racing now. A little bit slow to begin, perhaps Ruthless Tycoon. Shea Spice and Amandine jump well, and Flashline's kicking up nearer the inside with Bush Outlaw. The Grey Pindy Ridge up to 5th, and then Corvain. Next is Sterling Knight. El Nino wider from Ruthless Tycoon, and Kashkai drifts back 2 lengths last. Flashline went through and leads Amandine with about 900 to go. Shea Spice is a third, but trying to angle in for some cover now. Bush Outlaw on its inside, then came Corvain trying to split them. A length away, Pindy Ridge midfield, but travelling wide around Sterling Knight. Ruthless Tycoon was third last. Then El Nino, 2 lengths to Kashkai, 8 lengths off the lead. 600 to go. Flashline in front of Amandine. A length away, 3 wide was Shea Spice. Then Bush Outlaw, Corvain. Pindy Ridge working into it from El Nino. Then Ruthless Tycoon, Sterling Knight and Kashkai last. 400 left to go. And it's Amandine joining Flashline. Shea Spice about to join it in turn. And the favourite hits the lead on the final bend. Corvain is 4th, and then Pindy Ridge and Kashkai warming up. Shea Spice goes for home though. Oliver kicked it away from Amandine. Kashkai makes up some ground, but it's Shea Spice well clear. And here's another one with a super record at the track. And Shea Spice, he's down 1 at 2 lengths. Above of the head to separate second and third between Kashkai and Pindy Ridge. Then came Corvain. Next in El Nino from Ruthless Tycoon, Amandine. And then Flashline. And dropping out of it, Sterling Knight and Bush Outlaw. Easy one. Too good by a long way, Shea Spice. She covered just a little bit of ground. For a short period, Oliver was just able to get some minor cover, but she walked in here with 58 kilos. Shea Spice has had 8 runs at Moonee Valley for 6 wins and 2 placings. She's had an outstanding season. It is a photo for the minor placings. Kashkai and Pindy Ridge in a bobbing go there for the minors. The time was 1:12.7. Shea Spice clearly the horse of the year here at Moonee Valley. Was on 59 points before today, and with another win has it wrapped up. The jumper of the year will be decided later between Regal Royal and River Boy and St. Stephen a little bit further behind. Number 1, the winner, but a close go for the minor end. Shea Spice 230 and 130. A little bit better was Bet On Track, but she won like an odds-on favourite. She really licked them there, Shea Spice. It was a comprehensive victory, and she's now won 10 out of 32, but seems to revel at this circuit. A mare against the open class horses carrying 58, and won decisively there, eased down on the line. It's very close for second and third, and there's still no number. With the grey in the photo, it can often make it look a bit of an optical illusion there with Pindy Ridge. Kashkai and Pindy Ridge are the two in it for the photo finish for second and third. 1, Shea Spice, Damien Oliver. Well, Damien made it look easy, didn't he? He joined in 3 wide around the turn, and the race was beyond doubt. Probably 10 yards into the straight, it was just all over, and he really didn't even have to ride her out to the line, Shea Spice. She was eased down. She could have won it by 5 lengths, and when you consider she was carrying 58 kilos, it was a comprehensive victory. Still no numbers for second and third. Judge trying to separate those two, Kashkai and Pindy Ridge, for the minor end. Shea Spice was the tote favourite. Expect $2.30 and $1.30. Kashkai was about, well, second pick in the race. It firmed up, the only one that actually did, and Pindy Ridge as well. So as far as the punters were concerned, it was pretty much first, second and third favourite. But it'll depend on that photo for the minor end, of which it still not is through as yet. So we can't get that up. But there's no doubt about the winner. She had a name on that a fair way out, Shea Spice for D. Oliver. And there's another winner in Damien's great year, well into the 90s, or into the 90s now, for his amount of wins in the metropolitan area. And we'll give you the placings, the minor placings, as soon as they come to hand.
Righto, Danny, thank you. And in those rather spectacular colours, Shea Spice was obviously the best horse in that race by a long chalk. Brilliant win.
Well, barrier ever, does she?
No, not ever. Always wide, but I worked out.
We're at the halfway marker, and Laguna Lake short on the totalisator, $1.80. She got out to almost half each way at one stage on track, but has come back in about a quarter of a point. But nothing seriously has been backed against her. Second elect on track is number 4, Friendly Seas, and 2, Bello Senor, the third favourite. About to walk in for this, the Nation Builders Handicap. Here they go. Our Midnight Star is first up to line. Previous race went to Pompeii. Number 5, Darryl McClellan, beat 6, Magic Duck, 10, Our Jazzy Girl, and 3/4, Secret Decree. Now, coming in is Bello Senor. Next one up is Conzeal. And we've got 3 to load here at Randwick. Sugarland with a pale yellow nose roll. Darren Beedman's right. He's winnerless today, Daz, so far. He's on Friendly Seas. Orange, black spots, black sleeves, orange cap. And Jim Cassidy riding the favourite Laguna Lake in the red and black stripes. Laguna Lake has had the 9 starts for a win, 5 seconds and a third. And since coming back after a spell, she's run 3 consecutive seconds. Hawkesbury, Randwick and Rose Hill last week. 2 to move in now, Friendly Seas and Laguna Lake. Laguna Lake $1.90, $1.40 in New South Wales. Number 4, Friendly Seas, $4.70. Number 2, Bello Senor, $5.50. And on track, it's Laguna Lake tightening up even a little more in the last minute from equally Bello Senor and Friendly Seas. Gay Waterhouse trains Laguna Lake. Gay won the first 3. Didn't have a runner in the previous. Laguna Lake in the reverse direction at the moment, and Jim's going to dismount. Jimmy trotting up into the gates and will remount in the stalls. He's had a good season, Jimmy. He hasn't been riding right throughout here in Sydney, of course, and had time off with injury. He's still ridden 37 winners, plus the one today, Almegdam, 38. He's had a good season. Doing a lot of the riding for Gay. Well, I hope this horse goes in quickly. Yeah, Laguna Lake's gone up now, so a little bit cantankerous, but is there now, and we'll soon see how she fares. 190 in New South Wales still. All there now. Should be away at any moment. A field of 7. Should get them. Yep, they're off. And the first out was our Midnight Star. Go Bint jumped quickly, and hello, J.A. Cassidy's looking for the lead on Laguna Lake, and Beedman's going with him on Friendly Seas, but Laguna Lake's going to have superior dash. And across onto the rails goes Laguna Lake at the end of 300, 2 lengths Friendly Seas, similar margin Go Mint. Conzeal working forward quickly now, so Cassidy, he wanted to get a smother on Laguna Lake. He got it to the front, and he wanted a leader, and D. Beasley obliges on Conzeal. And down the back goes Conzeal and opens up nearly 4 lengths on Laguna Lake, 3 Friendly Seas, 2 lengths Go Bint, a length and 3/4 then our Midnight Star, and a couple Sugarland around Bello Senor. Down the back of the track and heading to the 1200 marker, and Conzeal shows the way from Laguna Lake. Friendly Seas is running in third posse, followed by Go Bint, who's on the inside of our Midnight Star. Sugarland being second last, and Bello Senor's close up on its inside. Out of the back straight they run past the 1100 marker, and Conzeal, trained at Newcastle, is the leader. And Conzeal must have a break of about 2 lengths on Laguna Lake, a little under that now as they come onto the High Street side. Third is Friendly Seas, Darren Beedman's ride, and some 7 lengths to our Midnight Star. Then Go Bint on the inside has continually lost leeway. 2 lengths Sugarland in the nose roll, and Bello Senor on the inside is last as they come down to the 600 marker. Conzeal's only a length on Laguna Lake, 2.5 to Friendly Seas, so Beedman's got to track Cassidy. About 7 lengths to Go Bint, who again passes our Midnight Star, who's not travelled well, from Sugarland, and Bello Senor's last. Now Laguna Lake races to Conzeal. Once heads were swung into the Randwick stretch, and over the rise Laguna Lake got a length on Conzeal. Beedman's had to go for the whip on Friendly Seas, and about 6 lengths to Sugarland, but it's Laguna Lake. Oh, she's not over keen, but she's about 2.5 clear. Conzeal second. Friendly Seas can do no better from Go Bint and Bello Senor late. But this is 4 wins for Gay Waterhouse at Randwick today. Laguna Lake wins it easily from Conzeal. Bello Senor plugged for third. Fourth was Go Bint, and then Friendly Sea, Sugarland, and our Midnight Star was last. Laguna Lake, ridden by Jimmy Cassidy. It's a double for Jim and 4 winners for Gay, and didn't have a runner in the fourth. Number 5, Laguna Lake, has paid in New South Wales $1.90 and $1.30. Second and third placings. Second will be number 3, and that will be Conway's Conzeal. Danny Beasley has returned $3.90 and no third for 2, Bello Senor, Ryan Wiggins. Laguna Lake has now had the 10 starts, 2 wins, 5 seconds in the third. A Baymare 4 by O'Dyle from Mozzie Tunya, and I don't think there'll be a lot of depth coming out of that race. She wasn't over keen to get down to the line. Well, if she wasn't over keen, what about the horses that were behind her chasing her? 2:04.78. 5:3.26 are the officials. Go Bint ran fourth, and the totes read this way. Number 5, 190 and 130. Number 3, 390. There was no third tote. Quinella, 820. Exacta, 1170. Trifecta, $39.90. And
Good, Ian. I don't know if it was my imagination, but boy, it seemed to take him 27 minutes to come down the straight in that race. Laguna Lake was plugging on strongly in the lead, and the others just looked to be going up and down in the one spot. 190 and 130, number 5. Conzeal, 390. No third tote, Bello Senor. Quinella, 820. Exacta, 1170. And the trifecta, 39.90. Okay, now
Coming up, the new Australian racing calendars are available. Distributed by the Moonee Valley Racing Club. They're very popular features, and they're available now, so you can call the club to get your racing calendar with all the dates for the season ahead. 1st of August to July 2003, all the racing dates for Victoria. Sydney, Adelaide, Brisbane and Perth racing dates as well. The harness racing dates for Moonee Valley. Top list of all the millionaires. There's some wonderful bits and pieces with the calendars. They're really collector's items, and they're available now anyway for $19. They can be collected on race days, or you can ring the club, ring Moonee Valley Racing Club, and they'll send you out one. Moonee Valley Racing calendars available now. Boreal continuing to ease out a little bit, but it's still the clear favourite from Bush Padre. There hasn't been a lot of movement in the betting ring. 2040 the trip. Bush Padre coming in with 58.5 after the claim, so it's still plenty of weight, but he's also got a bit of class on his side. There's 3.5 kilos between Bush Padre and Boreal today, and they did run the Quinella last week. Now, Jewel of Kingston is ready. Sandbelt drawn wide. Eye-catching run last week over the 1800. Dropped back in distance, but finished it off strongly on a day where the on-paces seemed to dominate. Now, Sandbelt is ready and they're set for action. And they're on their journey now on the 5th of the day. Jewel of Kingston got squeezed out of it after the start. And Brave Chief jumped well, so did Sly Rambler. Further out, Boreal are going to race forward. One of the greys, Lock Torridon, is up there fourth from Mighty Ming. And then Lord Darth Vader, Guilty Verdict, and Bush Padres, 3 deep going into that first bend. And then came Old Red on the inside of Jewel of Kingston. Drifting back now was As You Do, and going around at Sandbelt. And at the tail of the field was the West Australian Give Me a Chance. 1600 left to travel. And Brave Chief in his familiar role. He leads 3 lengths to Boreal, Sly Rambler third, Lock Torridon fourth. 2 lengths away Mighty Ming, and then Lord Darth Vader. Another 2 lengths to Bush Padre, now 1 off the fence. It's on the outside of Guilty Verdict. Next came Sandbelt, Old Red on the inside. Then Jewel of Kingston, As You Do. And last of all, as they head off the back of the 1200 metres, is Give Me a Chance, and it's about 15 lengths from the lead. In front is Brave Chief, and it's out by 6 lengths now. Brave Chief the leader. In second position, Sly Rambler. Boreal outside of it. 3 lengths to Lock Torridon, so the pace is strong. A length and a half away then to Lord Darth Vader, who's on the rails, and probably 8 off the lead with Mighty Ming around it. Another 2 lengths to Bush Padre. The fast pace should be suiting it. Then Guilty Verdict. 3 lengths to Sandbelt. Another 3 lengths to Old Red. Jewel of Kingston, hard ridden from As You Do. And last of all is Give Me a Chance. Down the side, they pass the 800. Brave Chief 3 in front of Sly Rambler and Boreal. Then Lock Torridon under the whip, 2 lengths away. Mighty Ming, Bush Padre's got about 6 lengths to make up. And then Guilty Verdict. And next is Sandbelt. Brave Chief, 400 to go, leads by a length and a half. Lock Torridon starting to lift now around Boreal. And here comes Bush Padre. And Sandbelt makes up good ground from Sly Rambler. The leader is Lock Torridon. From Brave Chief is still kicking back, and Bush Padre after them. Then Sandbelt, Mighty Ming. Turning for home though, and Bush Padre loomed up to hit the lead. Sandbelt trying to run him down. Lock Torridon battling on, but it's Bush Padre in the lead. From Lock Torridon, Brave Chief. Bush Padre is going to win again. Bush Padre won it. Brave Chief fought on really well to get second from Lock Torridon. Sandbelt looked a big chance for the place, but he just didn't quite run it out. And then came Guilty Verdict. Next time would have been Give Me a Chance, who made up many lengths, although never a factor. Next in would have been Mighty Ming, Sly Rambler, Jewel of Kingston. Boreal disappointing. Might be the end of his preparation. And then came Old Red with As You Do, and Lord Darth Vader ending up at the tail of the field. Number 1, Bush Padre, Reese Wheeler. The pace was on. He was going to be suited by that, and you had a feeling, a fairway from home, he was going to be featuring in the finish. Credit to Brave Chief. They got to him a fairway out, and he fought them all off by Bush Padre. And number 12 is third. That's Lock Torridon, who under pressure fought on really well. Sandbelt looked a big chance of being the main threat to the winner, but it didn't finish it off. It's run fourth and actually lost ground on the place getters. 1, 2 and 12. Fourth in number 14, Sandbelt. And fifth in number 5, Give Me a Chance, who was last, a long last. So it's made up a lot of ground on the leaders. Now the time was 2:09.2. Bush Padre, Reese Wheeler first. Second, number 2, Brave Chief, Michelle Payne. And 12 was third, Lock Torridon, James Winks. And Bush Padre's now won the 2 races in the week and virtually sews up the premiership for Lee Freedman. Makes it a lot tougher now, obviously, for John Hawkes to make up that gap. 1, 2 and 12, 4:21.80 Bush Padre. 2.90 Brave Chief, better run from him, and Lock Torridon $5.50, Quinella $27, Exacta $69, and the trifecta $1,167. Boreal disappointing, raced on the speed. He probably sat without cover and had the task of bringing the rest of the field up to the tearaway leader, but maybe he's had enough this campaign. He's done a pretty good job, Boreal, but he weakened pretty badly, was well beaten at the end.
Righto, Danny, thank you. Reese Wheeler and Bush Padre for Lee Freedman on his way to the Melbourne Trainers Premiership. Brave Chief second and Lock Torridon third. Now, principal race in Adelaide today coming up, the Group 3 Dermody Stakes for the it's an open race for 2 and 3-year-olds, and Brian Mayfield-Smith has decided to sneak across the border with his brilliant 2-year-old filly, Innovation Girl, to be ridden today by Kerrin McAvoy, who's with Hilton Donaldson.
Was it difficult for you to get to 49, Kerrin?
No, quite easily. Walk around about 50.5, 51, so just a little bit of tightening up on the size of the mules, and then we'll get there.
A rare time that you had to waste, would that be right?
Yeah, one of the rare times, I suppose, but it just makes you realise how hard the heavier jockeys have to do it.
And you did it for a good reason. Innovation Girl, you rode her in a jump out at Werribee. Tell us how she went.
Yeah, she was quite quick out of the barriers, which is her natural trait. She began well and put herself up on the speed. There was only 6 horses in the trial, but she won really well. She gave me a nice feel. So, with the lightweight today, hopefully she can have a nice run and be strong on the line.
You've ridden a lot of good horses in your short but illustrious career, I suppose we can call it. And how does she compare? How does she feel at Werribee compared to some of the better horses you've ridden?
Yeah, she's still only young, still only a 2-year-old, but she's had a preparation. She's come back, still showed signs of a little bit of greenness. Just cornering, she wanted to angle out and wobble a bit, but she's definitely got the ability there. She's a natural runner, and she'll be on speed today again.
Well, you've mentioned her natural speed. Will you entertain handing up the lead at all?
Well, it depends, obviously, how quick we're going to go, but as long as she's relaxed, travelling well, but I'd imagine she'd bounce pretty quick from barrier 1. If I'm not leading, I'll be sitting 2nd or 3rd for sure. Do
you think she's suited to the one turn of Cheltenham?
Yeah, she's raced a couple of times at Caulfield, down the side and around the corner there, so, it wouldn't be a real big problem, I wouldn't think.
She's had a few good jockeys on her. Enra Willard, Dee Oliver. It'd be nice to keep the ride on this filly if she wins today. Yeah, well, that was hopefully my plan, to come over and be able to win on her today with the lightweight and see if we can stick on her later on. But you never know with them other 2 boys.
He's one of the best in the business, young Kerrin McAvoy, already the rider of a Melbourne Cup winner in Brew. Innovation Girl, long odds on, and let's hope that she comes back to the type of talent that she was showing before that spell. Innovation Girl, $1.40. We've got time for a quick little break before the Dermody Stakes.
Now, from Ingham, chicken, chippies, crispy potato crumbs on the outside, chicken on the inside. Chicken! And they're absolutely delicious.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Look for chicken chippies hiding in supermarket freezers.
A lot of interest in this one coming up from Cheltenham, the Dermody Stakes, and Hilton Donaldson is ready with his call of the Group 3 sprint.
Those rumours that they were going to bet black figures about her, that was unjustified. They certainly didn't get anywhere near the black figures, but she's well in the red. Innovation Girl. This race has a tremendous history. Only one horse has won it twice. Owen J. Starr. As a 2-year-old in 79 and 1980, came back as a 3-year-old, ridden by Bill Sharp, who's our oldest rider in this state. He's still riding. Alf Matthews rode the 75 winner Vanna Turf, and Noel Duffield, who these days doesn't train racehorses, has the Harndorf Inn, and had a big crowd in there today at Harndorf. And Noel trained the 75 winner ridden by Alf Matthews. Recall Lacey won it with Clay Hero in 88. Redelva was a winner in the 80s. Simon Price, who's riding Dual Spark, a kilo overweight, has won 2 of these, Begon and Spondula, in 91 and 92. Dwayne Dunn's won it 3 times. And Darren Triandafalou, who these days is a steward in Melbourne or in Victoria, won in 1990 on Street Ruffians. So some of those names, big names in Australian racing. And we might add another one here. Last year, Well, Regal Kiss was beaten as an odds-on favourite by Raja Lane. Now we're waiting on one. Beach Box is playing up. It's Red Beach Box. An attendant with Flawed Logic. There's a gold cap on Sure Bet. Glen West in a black cap. They stand better. Now there's one playing up in barrier 3. Mighty Raja. Settle again. They're racing now. Innovation Girl dwelt from the inside, but she's mustering now. Showing good speed out in the centre of the track. Going out fast was Sure Bet. Innovation Girl driving through with Flawed Logic and Jewel Spark is mustering. Then Beach Box followed by Amoroso. Flawed Logic a fair way back, followed by Mighty Raja. And Presumed Innocent was last. They go to the 700. And it's Jewel Spark on the outside, an Innovation Girl, the rail 2 away, Beach Box, followed by Sure Bet, Mighty Raja, Glen West, Flawed Logic, a fair way back, Presumed Innocent and Amoroso on the corner at the 400. Innovation Girls come back on the inside to be the leader by about a length on Jewel Spark in third place. On the outside of them came Beach Box. Innovation Girl straightens up a length and a half, 2 in front, trying hard as Jewel Spark on the outside, but McAvoy sits quietly on Innovation Girl at the 150, and she dashed for home. She's raced 2, 3 in front. Second is Jewel Spark, a good go for third. Running on well, Sure Bet. Amoroso through the centre and Presumed Innocent over the top for third. Innovation Girl won the Dermody easily by 2.5 to Jewel Spark, and third was Presumed Innocent, about a head in front of Amoroso, the stablemate. Then Mighty Raja followed in by Sure Bet. Well back, Glen West. Beach Box knocked up towards the tail with Flawed Logic in a time of 57.95. Fast run. 160, 150 and 160. Innovation Girl ridden by Karen McAvoy. An armchair ride on the filly by Rubiton from Bright Gleam, trained by Brian Mayfield Smith. And that's 5 starts for 4 wins. She's raced by the Pope Racing Syndicate and CL Harvey. And she has led all of the way. Untroubled, Innovation Girl, number 6, in a quick time of 57.95. The first race of the day. Those 2-year-olds went 58.78. So she's almost a full second quicker. Number 6, Innovation Girl, going places. 9, Jewel Spark was a good effort by the filly. She stuck to her task well to hold the others off. Simon Price for Robert Smurden. And Presumed Innocent came home well. David Tootle for Tony McAvoy. So a clean sweep for the 2-year-olds. The 3-year-olds in the race were each a rough price. They're all, better than $20 on the TAB. And the 2-year-olds have dominated. 6-9, 7-10. She came home in a flying 33.82.
That's quick. Pardon me. Innovation Girl, a real flight 4. Skidor, pretty skinny odds really at 260, but that's the Beedman following. Impregnable at 950. Over to Huge Jet 77 and French Raven at 154. Let's go to Ian Craig.
Righto, John, they're at the barrier stalls for this, the 6th event of the day, the Royal Australian Engineers Handicap. It's over 1,200 metres, and a number of these horses are resuming today. As far as the tote's concerned, Skidor, number 7, is $2.60 and $1.10 in New South Wales, is a little longer on track. The tote emphasises the Beedman support. And on track, Skidor is just favourite in front of Ram Raid. Plenty of money to say Ram Raid can beat Skidor here today. And The Man, it's the other one that's been well tried. The Man first up since March. And Bernadette Cooper this morning in a radio interview was fairly confident that